What's good, GameFace? It's KingGreqo, and this is Mass Effect 3. This is a game I don't think that you guys have had on GameFaceStudios before, so for those of you who are new to the series, hopefully you guys like it by the end of this. And for those of you who are already familiar with this game, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to say this commentary inside of a noob-friendly, but also veteran-friendly way, if possible. And this is me playing on gold. And for the people who play this game, they probably know that this is the easiest level to play gold on. I'm not playing it because I wanted to farm. The reason I was playing gold was because this was going to be the last day that they had, not today, but the day I recorded this. This was the last day that they would have the cloak move that I'm using right now where I'm invisible. Like, that was going to be the last day where they actually had it as strong as it was. Before, after that, they were going to weaken it, so that way I guess it's not as effective in gold. And I didn't want to sit around, make the whole video boring by sitting in one spot with the rest of my 3 teammates, because as you guys can see, they are not going to move from that spot this video. And my guy, I don't have that much health and everything like that, but I have a lot of attack power. So it's like a high risk, high reward kind of situation. And I think that makes the game a lot more interesting, actually, because I mean right now I'm kind of pinned back in this area because there's so many enemies in front of us and they can kill you at any moment in gold. Like in gold they have so much health and they're so much stronger than you, but the second I can get out of here I definitely will, because I'm an aggressive player. I've always been an aggressive player in Mass Effect. Sitting around is like a waste of time. Like, why do I want to sit around for 30 minutes, you know? So, and also that's how you lead and score. You have to be aggressive. You can't sit back and wait for all the enemies to come to you if you want to be number one. Now for this game, I'm using a Geth Infiltraitor, which is arguably the strongest class. I personally do not like it that much. My favorite Infiltrator is the Quarian male. But people love this class. They say it's the best. I didn't make my Geth Infiltrator like maxed out for his damage. I made him maxed out so that way I can see further. Like, as you guys can see, I can see through walls. That's why the screen has all that weird stuff on it. But at the same time, this character must be strong if I can use a level 1 pistol and do this type of damage. The pistol I'm using is called a Scorpion. Like, I can shoot like little blue balls on the floor and they blow up. And I don't know what that guy was doing. He was doing 360s and 720s, just spinning around in circles. That must have been some sort of glitch. I ain't never seen that before. And I can see invisible enemies like the one right in front of me. Now, my strategy was to be very aggressive. I went right into their spawn instead of hiding inside of theirs. Instead of hiding in the spawn like my teammates are, so that way they can't spawn, I go up to the spawn and I just aggressively attack them. This gun doesn't have that much ammo, so I'm using a extended magazine, and at the same, which that really doesn't give me that much. It gives me like 6 bullets instead of 4. But I guess it still helps more than it hurts. And I'm also using like an extended barrel so that way I can have extra damage on it because it's level 1. I mean, sure, it's an ultra rare weapon, but a lot of people don't like it that much. I don't mind it. I think it's a cool weapon. It's not the best, but I think it's a cool weapon. I'm not really all about using the best of everything, even though I'm currently using a Geth Infiltrator. My favorite classes to use are probably the Batarian Soldier, the Human Soldier, and I don't know what the third one is. That's a tough choice. There's so many. This game has so many classes, and they're getting even more next week. I believe it's on Tuesday. They're gonna have the DLC for the Earth Pack DLC, which is gonna come with 3 new levels, 3 new weapons, which is like a light machine gun. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's light machine gun, a SMG, and maybe some sort of pistol. I forget. No, shotgun. And it's also going to have 6 new characters, all humans. So I guess people are going to start playing as humans again. I don't mind them. I think they're pretty cool. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Oh, and also, if you guys have Mass Effect, you know, I have no problem playing with anybody in Mass Effect. I got it for Xbox 360. Yeah, and I'm always looking for new teammates, so that I keep running into lobbies and I'll be like, nobody has a mic. And then when you're playing, they do stupid things, and people are always just so cheap, like they waste your time. And this game, it takes a long time, so if I want to play, I want to have the best team possible. I want to make sure I win, but I'm gonna do some Mass Effect live streams on the day that the DLC comes out, which I believe is Tuesday. If you guys want to join me, you know, just come to my page, and when I do the live stream, I'll upload a video letting you guys know that I'm doing a live stream, and then you guys can just come in and join my lobby. It'll be an open lobby the entire night, as long as I'm playing Mass Effect. That's just for, you know, the people who have Mass Effect and stuff like that, obviously. And speaking of DLC, I haven't even got the extended cut DLC yet. I know I'm like the only person. Oh, by the way, just in case people don't know, all the Mass Effect DLC except for the opening day DLC from Ashes, all of it has been free except for that. So I've gotten 3 DLCs so far that, and they're about to have a 4th one for free. That's just crazy. Like, BioWare really takes care of their customers. It's a good game. If you guys haven't tried it, I really suggest it. This is just multiplayer. The single player is what separates it from like most other games. It's a crazy franchise, and I really recommend trying it, like from the start to the finish. But back to the extended cut DLC. The reason why I don't have it yet is because I don't have enough space on my new Xbox. I recently had to buy it after my last Xbox kept getting red rings whenever I played 2K, 11, and 12. It's weird. I can play any other game. I can play baseball. I could play Call of Duty. I could play Mass Effect for hours and hours if I wanted to. But if I play 2K, I can't get through one game. It was getting so crazy that my ranked match record was actually kind of bad. I actually had a negative record at one point. Because every time I play a game, first quarter, second quarter, somewhere in the middle, the game would just red ring and I would just lose. Like, my record, it says that I have losses when I'm up. Like, I don't get it. It's crazy. But you know, a lot of people rage quit, so I guess they were just assuming I was doing that too. But it's not that big of a deal because they don't even have a leaderboard this year, so I don't really see the point of playing that many ranked matches. But back to Mass Effect, that's what this game's about. Like, this is kind of hectic. In Gold, you fight a lot of tough enemies. Like, they don't throw that many troopers at you. They throw like a lot of the big bosses, like Geth Prime that just blew up, and they throw a lot of pyros and hunters. Hunters are the worst. They go invisible. They move fast. They can make you flinch when they shoot you, and by the time they before they even have to reload, after you're done flinching, you're out of health. Oh, and they have these rocket guys, so like they instantly take away my shield in one hit. One hit, they take away my shield. But I'm still aggressive. It doesn't matter to me. That's how I play. And it's not just with this character. I play aggressive with every character. So it could be a Krogan Sentinel. It could be anything. It could be a human infiltrator. It could be a Batarian soldier. I don't have the Sentinel yet, which I do hear is a pretty good character. I was hearing that the Batarian Sentinel is actually might arguably be the second best regular character to use, because you don't have to worry about any powers or anything like that. And I'm down. This sucks. I hate going down inside this game. I have 4 Metagels, so it's all good, but actually the reason why it's not all good is because my teammates don't revive me. And that's like a little glitch that's been happening to me. Has this been happening to you guys, where you revive yourself and then you're out of the game for a little while, then you come back out of nowhere? Like, I don't know why, that just keeps happening to me. But yeah, like, my teammates were just camping so much in this game that they refused to revive me at any, like, almost any. I think they revived me one time, maybe, just one time. And I'm doing the objectives. I'm killing them, the enemies for them, whatever. Like, I'm taking a lot of heat off of them, and you know, like they couldn't even help me out this game, really. I mean, that guy helped me out, but I think that's like the one time I get revived this game, and I'm about to go down again if I don't get out of the crossfire. Cause you have 2 meters, right? The little red meter at the bottom, that's your health. The meter at the top, that's your shields. This character has a lot of shields and a little bit of health. So, and the health doesn't restore until after the wave is over. So, yeah, basically every time I get hit, it's a good chance that I could die at any moment, especially with this being gold difficulty. And I was just demolishing these hunters. Like, that's like the thing most people hate, and I was just going through them because I could see where they are, like my teammates, because you know they're not Geth hunters like me, where they could see invisible enemies and have all types of random hieroglyphic, triangle, hexagon, stop sign, trapezoid, math related things all over their screen. So yeah, I got 50 pistol kills. I already have my 25 assists, and I think if you play on gold, you're going to get 25 assists unless you just plain suck, because they throw so many enemies at you that it's almost impossible to not get an assist. Either you're getting a kill, you're going to get the assist, because it's really hard to take enemies down by yourself, unless you are by yourself, or you're using some sort of a potentially overpowered weapon. I'm not going to say which ones they are, because most people already know what they are, and if they don't know what they are, then that means they probably don't have the game anyway. And this is a mission. This is like wave 10 out of 11, and this one we have to go kill specific enemies, and they started spawning enemies right behind me, so I'm kind of at a bad spot right now, and my teammate just went down, and I gotta worry about getting to these guys before I can even get to the enemy that we're supposed to kill inside the time limit, and then I have to get from them the enemies to my teammates. So I'm like, my other teammates better revive him, otherwise that guy's screwed. And then they spawn even more enemies right there. And these enemies are a little too big, so I decided, you know what, it's time for me to pull out a rocket launcher. I can't do with it. I can't do with it anymore. And the rocket launcher is an instant kill on anything as long as you actually hit it. The worst feeling in the world is using a rocket launcher and missing, because you only get a certain number of them, and they don't restore until the next game starts. So you don't want to miss, or you don't want to waste it on some random enemy. And like right there, the reason why I'm using it is because they have so many of the big mini bosses in front of me, what they call Geth primes, and these things will kill you fast. They have a lot of health, and you're not supposed to take them out by yourself. You probably will die. So yeah, the idea of me having to go against these guys with this character with low health also, this is just not a good look. I'm kind of trapped right here inside this corner. But until we kill the last of those targets that they have listed for us, then the enemies are not going to stop. So I'm glad that my teammates killed them. So now I can finally hopefully get out of this situation alive and not have to worry about eventually running into a dead end. Oh, here I am at this dead end, but luckily I'm invisible, so the enemy just walked away from me, and the other invisible enemy's walking away from me, but I can still see him. So, oh, by the way, in case you guys haven't realized, you do not restore health when you're invisible, which is I mean, I guess it makes sense because being invisible is already powerful anyway. That's the reason why they were going to nerf it in the first place. And I think the main reason why they're nerfing it is because they realize that being invisible is such a huge advantage, and it makes it easier for a certain type of class to finish the game. And a lot of people, they were uploading YouTube videos where they were doing what they call a speed run. And a speed run is when they try to go through a level as fast as possible. Like, instead of doing what these guys are doing in camping, they're gonna aggressively hit the spawns, kind of like what I was doing. But it'd be like 4 people doing it, so that way, instead of taking 30 minutes to finish the game, you're gonna finish the game in like 15 or something, some ridiculous number like that. I think the fastest I've heard of was like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. But this is the final wave. All we have to do is hold the line for 2 minutes. And you might think, oh, you could just run away, but the enemies won't stop coming. Look at what's about to happen right now. Look at how many enemies spawn in front of me, and look at how I'm just taking them all out with this pistol. Level 1 pistol. This is just ridiculous. Like, I'm just filling up the scoreboard. My teammates are seeing no action because I'm getting all the heat right now, and it's weird. Because you would think they would throw more enemies at the people who are bunched up together, but they're hiding inside the spawn. Which I'm surprised that BioWare has not fixed. And now I see more of these big Geth primes, so I just like, you know what? I'm not dealing with it. Just hit them with the rocket launcher. I get us a kill streak, and then they throw 2 more at me. This is just crazy. Like, where will the numbers stop? So I throw another rocket launcher out. I'm like, alright, I just got rid of 4 Geth primes with 2 rocket launchers in like 10 seconds. So they finally like started to like lessen the load on me, and they're throwing them at my teammates. So we're only halfway done. We still have another minute to go. And I'm still just taking them all down. Like, this gun with hunter mode and being invisible and the little proximity mines that I have as my power up, like, it's just a good combination. Like, it almost feels like I'm using some sort of ridiculously powerful class or whatever, but there are a lot more classes way stronger, and which is why I'm surprised that people don't play as aggressive as I do. It makes the game a lot more fun, especially when, like I said, when you're playing for 30 minutes, you don't want to sit still for 30 minutes. That's boring in any game. That's almost like going to an amusement park just so you can wait online instead of actually getting on the ride. And that enemy, luckily, I went invisible in time because I had no health and I had no shields, and there's only 8 seconds left. Looks like we're gonna do it. We're gonna finish this with all 4 of us standing up. That's gonna be a full extraction, and the game is over. That is a full extraction on gold, and that's the best feeling ever, to know that I finished it and I did it the way I wanted to. I didn't do it the way that everybody else does by sitting still. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Be sure to check out my channel. I'll have a lot more Mass Effect on my channel with me playing gold, scoring very high. And if I have an interesting enough silver, then I'll upload that too. If y'all want to play on DLC day, just let me know, because I'm always looking for good teammates.